Welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man Legends 2. You can actually go back to Terra, or whatever the crap, if you want to. Man, we can ask her questions. Oh man. Oh man. Does that mean we're a Maverick Hunter? Well, that's good to know. Now, the reason we came all the way back down here is because we got a green eye. The shining laser has been recreated. Actually, you know what? I need to show off all of these weapons, so let me go show you what they do. The first one we got is the Crusher, which throws out a funky looking thing right there. Considering you only get one shot, this thing better be frickin' powerful. Let me go see if I can go find a dude. It should not be this hard to tick off a bunch of dudes. There we go. Yeah, that's alright, I guess. The Buster Cannon we've seen already. I was actually running around with it in Elysium. There we are. Oh! So yeah, Buster Cannon. Hyper Shell is pretty standard, and it's actually kind of what I was expecting the Buster Cannon to be. Which is a big cannon with big slow-moving shot. The homing missile is another interesting one, keeping in mind that all of these weapons can be upgraded a great deal. So right now, maybe it doesn't home in much, but when it's upgraded, not only will it home better, like if I shoot over here, it's gonna miss. But it doesn't have a huge amount of range to it either, but that's all stuff that you can upgrade. The ground crawler. Wow, elephant. The ground crawler is an interesting one because you set it down and it just runs along the ground. Now I went in here for it because they will also run up walls. Vacuum arm, yada yada. The reflector arm I was expecting to be like a shield of some form, but it's not. It actually shoots these little orbs that bounce off the walls. So that's interesting. Now the reflector arm is one of those weapons that I think is really neat, but I'd probably never use. And looking at the title, I thought it was the shield arm! But I actually can't figure out what the crap the shield arm does. Go away. It probably only works on projectiles, but I couldn't find anything handy that actually shoots projectiles. Now, the blade arm, on the other hand, is a little more direct, if really hard to hit things with. There we are. Oh, and then I'm out of energy for it. Glorious. Once again, things that can be upgraded, just like the shining laser! Which really isn't super powerful, but one can be upgraded to be pretty much the most powerful weapon in the game. So, that's kinda alright. The machine gun arm is one of the very first ones you unlock in the game, and it's not bad, but I've got a buster, so it's not super useful. Another awesome but impractical weapon being the Spread Buster, which it does this neat little, like, spread shot thing, which is kind of neat, and you can move while shooting it, so that's kind of alright. Just the kind of weapon that I don't really see myself using, though. This is hardly a weapon, really. Wow, that actually worked. Now, probably one of the... wow, friggin' snakes. There we are. Now, probably one of the coolest weapons is the Hunter-Seeker here, actually. Lock onto a dude and fire one, and it'll just sit there shooting lasers at it until it eventually explodes. If I let off the button, it will explode almost immediately. Not immediately, but it'll just sit there and not shoot at anything. It'll shoot at whatever you have locked onto, which is kinda cool. And then it blows up when it's done. So yeah. So that'll do it for all the sub-weapons. However, at this point in the game, there should be, hopefully, one last thing that you can buy at the junk shop. And it's not there, it's the Kevlar Armor Omega. Greatest armor in the game. So with that said, let's head on back to Elysium. We are done on Terra. And back on Elysium we are. Man, this thing's even got all the moss and everything over it that was what was up top. Ah, and this room has the dudes in it that are kind of cool looking. Hey, you guys. Cool looking dudes. That big, like, red gear on the back, they almost look like Mad Max-like. Ah, but we're here for the mother area. This here is where the master resided. But right inside, as soon as I find the door, you actually find the small area where he would be. Can I jump down here? Yes, I can. But here is also where there is an elevator to the mother area.
The gravity's back to normal. Are you ready? Things are going to get a little different from here on. This is it, Megaman. Good luck.
The mother area. A place reserved specifically for the mother units. The last line of defense against intruding Megaman triggers. And the place where, at the end, Mistress Sarah is waiting for us. This is a boss rush. Crap. Don't care. Look at him just laying there like an idiot. Thankfully, I've got the Buster of Murder all, so I'm not too concerned. I brought the Shining Laser along as well, and the Shining Laser I typically don't need to worry too much. Wow, ow. Well, that worked. The Shining Laser is not upgraded too hugely, so it's probably not going to be of too much use in this fight. You gonna stick your tongue out at me? I'm just going to keep shooting you if you are, and then you're going to die. I will eat damage from your tongue because you're a giant weenie. Boss down. Heck yeah. Now the mother area is essentially the boss rush area. This is where we're going to have to fight the bosses that we ran into in each of the 4 ruins we went to. That was the forest one. So let's see here. Next up we've got water, we've got ice, and we've got the fire one. Now, really the boss of the water one was funky, but the boss of the ice one, I actually want to change my shoes to be the asbestos shoes. Man, they look all funky and red. Get the crap away from you. But I want to change it to these because I'm curious if me falling at the end and landing in the ice area is like when he raises up the thing. I wonder if I can actually guard against a lot of that damage with these shoes on, so I almost don't have to worry about being up there. I still will. Come on, Mega Man, get up there. Come on, big dude. There we go. Okay, so he's coming up, which means he's going to start shooting crap at me. And since it catches up with me at one point, I need... Well, that worked. Dang it. Man, he's just going on at it. I'm also on ice now. Wow, yeah, I am on ice. Let me fix that problem. These shoes didn't do jack. I want a refund. It was not worth it. Would not buy again. Man, I gotta go up again. Okay. Dang it, Mega Man, grab onto the ledge. It's right there in front of you. This really isn't that hard. I like how it said he slams the ground and that's what turns the ground cold like that. Like he's just doing a thing. It's not just like, oh, the floor, it's gotten cold, because it's the prescribed point in the battle for the floor to get cold. Wow, you're not even gonna... Oh, crap, I forgot. That's because I ticked him off. Get away from me. Ow. Get away from me! I need to run backwards is what I need to do. Can I finish you off before you have to get back up again? Yes! Eat it! A lot of people in the comments related this guy to being like the ultimate evolution of the Devil series of robots. Like the Yellow Devil. This is the Rainbow Devil. I don't know what this dude actually is, and then you just kind of... How can I say? I didn't think of that, but that's kind of interesting. Also, these shoes are useless, and I'm putting on something better. Like jet skates. How much damage this laser does. I upgraded it a little, but I didn't have all the money in the world, and this thing cost a stupid amount of money to upgrade all the way. So I'm curious how good a weapon this shining laser is now, actually. I guess we'll never know. Or will we? No, we'll probably never know. Wait, and those big rooms back there, too? I like how, if you want to map out the entire thing, you're just stuck on the little passage in the middle, so there's no way you're going to map out the whole thing. But it maps out the entire room, and it maps it column by column. Like, you step on that middle thing, and it will map the entire column. Neat stuff. Look, it's doing it here. Boop, 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 boop. It's neat. I like that they thought of that and went to the extra trouble of getting it functioning. Ah, these guys. These dudes were essentially the, I guess you could say, the boss of the water dungeon. Really, the boss was it Bulla or was it whoever the other dude was? I don't remember. No, 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 get away! But, yeah, I guess you could call these the actual boss of that area, really. I mean, they're not much else. But this is actually what the fight is like if you fight them on the ground. If you fight them with the water drained, which is kind of neat. They don't move around, so you don't have to worry about that, but they shoot out so much frickin' electricity. With just one left, you actually don't have to worry about him, like, spinning and doing stupid attacks. He just keeps doing the same little stupid thing. I've actually found if you lock onto him and circle strafe him, you will get kind of murdered by his electricity crap. Which is why I'm not locking on.
It looks like
there we go.
that Guardian restored the gravity to normal.
Oh, yeah, and gravity increased in that, which I guess is to kind of simulate being underwater, maybe? Or maybe it was just to make it a little harder without flooding the room, so I couldn't really jump much in that fight. Not that I really needed to jump. I find jumping, like, what to dodge things, though a thing I do typically, like with that many electrical things, will typically just get me hurt more often than it will actually do any good, so yeah. Ah, but that takes care of ice, water, and the jungle foresty area, which leaves everybody's nightmare, the fire dungeon. Now, the fire dungeon, technically the last boss we didn't have to fight right away, but he is still right in here, and he's still being frickin' huge. Whoop! I'm trying to stay in front of him a little bit more, just because circle strafing him generally not the best idea. And those blue things are easier to deal with if you can, like, see where they are and you don't just, like, go do whatever. But I also kind of need to dodge them, because dodging is kind of a good idea. But that means I have to face him head-on more, and I actually have to dodge his attacks more. Thankfully, my Buster is kind of the Buster of Murderall right now. So, don't have to worry about that too much. That should just finish him off, and there we are. Now, where's the door in this room? Because this is a huge room. Is it actually on the other side? Yes, it is. And that should really finish us up for the boss rush, and just about finish us up for the mother area. No prize for beating the final one. Taking us down to B8. I wonder... Ah, no, the music changed. Until next time, everyone. We've left the mother area. We've gone beyond, entering the library. The library being where Mistress Sarah waits. Until next time, everyone.